Welcome back to USA Ride Zone. Today we're taking a closer look at a seriously exciting camper concept built around one of America's biggest and most capable SUVs, the 2026 GMC Yukon XL camper motorhome. Imagine taking the commanding presence of the Yukon XL, adding smart camping equipment, and transforming that massive cabin into a compact adventure. Base designed for road trips, weekend escapes, and unforgettable nights far away from the city. From the first shot, the Yukon XL camper looks ready for the open road. Its long body gives this build something many smaller camper vehicles simply cannot offer: usable space without completely sacrificing the familiar SUV experience. The design keeps the bold GMC identity with a wide front grille, powerful lighting, muscular bodywork, and a road presence that feels unmistakably American. But the real secret is hidden behind the exterior. Move around to the rear and the camper transformation begins to reveal itself. The extended Yukon XL platform creates opportunities for a practical sleeping area, compact storage, portable cooking equipment, and organized adventure gear. This isn't about turning the SUV into an oversized luxury apartment. Instead, the idea is to create a smart, efficient motorhome-style setup that uses every inch of available space. Open the rear doors and you can imagine a carefully arranged camping system, designed for people who would rather spend their money exploring than staying inside expensive hotels. A foldable sleeping platform can stretch across the rear area, creating a comfortable overnight space after a long day on the highway. Underneath, storage compartments can hold camping equipment, shoes, recovery gear, blankets, and outdoor supplies while keeping the cabin clean and organized. The clever part is flexibility. During the day, the interior can remain useful for passengers and cargo. When night arrives, the rear section can transform into a sleeping area. That makes the Yukon XL camper interesting for couples, small families, photographers, hunters, travelers, and anyone who wants the freedom to stop wherever the road gets interesting. And because this is based on a full-size SUV, the driving experience remains an important part of the story. You don't have to think of it like a traditional giant motorhome. The Yukon XL format can feel much more familiar on highways, urban roads, scenic routes, and long-distance American road trips. You get the visual presence of a big SUV while carrying a camper setup designed around real-world adventure. Now imagine this vehicle leaving the city before sunrise. The roads are nearly empty. The headlights cut through the darkness as the Yukon XL camper heads toward the mountains. Inside, everything needed for the trip is already packed. No complicated hotel reservations. No rushing back before sunset. Just fuel, food, equipment, and a destination somewhere beyond the next horizon. That is where this concept becomes more than just another camper conversion. It represents a different way of traveling. Instead of treating the vehicle as transportation from one hotel to another, the vehicle becomes part of the adventure itself. The exterior could also be equipped for serious weekend travel. Think roof-mounted cargo storage? A compact awning, recovery equipment, rugged all-terrain tires, additional exterior lighting, and carefully positioned camping accessories. The result would have a strong overland personality, without becoming unnecessarily extreme. Inside, the philosophy stays simple. A comfortable sleeping platform, small foldable table, compact cooking setup, USB and power outlets, ventilation, practical lighting, and intelligent storage could make the space surprisingly functional. The goal is not to fill the cabin with unnecessary furniture. The goal is to make a limited area work harder. And here's the detail that could make the Yukon XL camper especially appealing: the enormous amount of usable vehicle space. Compared with smaller SUVs, the Yukon XL gives builders more room to create a camping layout while preserving the vehicle's everyday practicality. That means the same vehicle could potentially serve as a family hauler during the week and an adventure machine on the weekend. Picture it parked beside a remote lake as the sun drops behind the trees. The rear hatch opens. The sleeping platform is prepared. A small camping light illuminates the interior. Outside, chairs are positioned beside the vehicle. Dinner is being prepared, and the only sounds are the wind and the surrounding wilderness. The next morning, everything folds away. The gear disappears into storage. The rear doors close. The Yukon XL becomes an SUV again, ready to continue the journey. Of course, the exact camper equipment, performance, dimensions, pricing, and availability would depend on the specific conversion or build. So this should be viewed as an exciting 2026 camper concept rather than assuming every feature shown in a rendering is standard GMC equipment. But that uncertainty is also what makes this idea fascinating. The Yukon XL already provides the foundation: size, presence, road trip potential, and enormous interior possibilities. A carefully designed camper conversion could take those qualities and create something genuinely different from the typical van-based motorhome. For American road trip fans, this kind of vehicle could represent the perfect balance between everyday usability and weekend freedom. It doesn't need to look like a traditional RV. It doesn't need a giant kitchen or a huge bathroom. Sometimes all you really need is a reliable vehicle, a comfortable place to sleep, smart storage, and the freedom to chase the next sunrise. The 2026 GMC Yukon XL camper motorhome concept is all about that freedom. It combines the personality of a full-size American SUV with the practical spirit of a compact camper. Whether the destination is a national park, a mountain trail, a desert highway, a quiet beach, or simply a hidden campsite several hours from home, this Yukon XL could make the journey feel like the destination. So if you love massive SUVs, clever camper conversions, American road trips, and vehicles that can turn an ordinary weekend into an adventure, keep your eyes on this concept. The future of road travel doesn't always have to be a giant RV. Sometimes it can be something much more familiar. Something that looks like an SUV, drives like an SUV, but opens the door to an entirely different way of exploring America. This is USA Ride Zone, and if you're ready for more incredible camper concepts, futuristic American vehicles, and road trip machines, stay with us. The next adventure is already waiting somewhere beyond the horizon.